Grandma DC here. Well, I don't know why I slept all day. I just got off of an 18-hour shift this morning. I treated myself and put a little whipped cream on top of my keto coffee. Oh my, I woke up with my tongue so dry, it felt like a raisin in my mouth. You know. I'm in a little better mood, even though I'm cold wearing my old lady shawl. Oh yeah, it's getting cold. We get that winter blast coming down from the north up there. And the animals were all so happy to see me. That's the nice thing about coming home. But then again, it's also the nice thing about going to work. My clients are always happy to see me. I gotta tell you, some people ask me, what do you do? I say I take care of developmentally challenged adults. And it is really an interesting job, I have to tell you. I can't talk about it directly, but I can tell you why I'm so darn good at it. A little bit of bragging rights, so to speak. I started in this business well over 10 years ago. Well, you know, first it was nursing homes and elderly people. And the old people loved me. Staff hated me. They don't like it when you tell the truth. I don't know. Miss So-and-so, I just think it's really wrong when you catch a little old lady's leg in a wheelchair and then you just keep going and rake all the skin off and then slap her upside the head to tell her to shut up. I think that's wrong. Well, you're fired. How dare you tell the truth? That kind of truth. Hello, I think it's wrong that you tied up someone and left them there all day. You have to remember, this was 20 years ago. And that's why I got fired from nursing homes. The last time I got fired from a nursing home was because I had extremely childish administration. The administrators they hired for nursing homes are the most, oh, they have degrees. I'm sure they got them out of a Cracker Jack box. I had no training, never made a mistake, you know, did everything by the book, and all they did was try to catch me doing something wrong. They even came through at 2 o'clock in the morning while I was ordering meds, which I was supposed to do, as well as I was supposed to do all the kitchen work, as well as all the laundry, as well as take care of all the people all night long, 14 of them. It was insane. It really was. And it was 3 12-hour shifts, 6 at night till 6 in the morning. It would have been beautiful having 4 days off a week. Really worth it pushing yourself to almost death to do it. But, you know, too honest. So I got fired. And I told them they were all acting like a bunch of kindergartners. I said, seriously, I'm also supposed to clean the entire hall and the common areas, and you have a housekeeping crew. What are they doing? And I missed a hall's wrapper behind a couch, behind a levolor blind, in the corner, on a ledge, in a windowsill, up front in the common area. I got wrote up for that one. I have never had good luck with jobs, and still I started working with developmentally challenged people, and I do not know why I've been able to maintain this job. Yes, I do know why. It's because I work alone. And my clients all love me. So when I tell you that you have to be crazy to like Grandma DC, it's true. You must be. Because quote unquote sane people do not. I first started this job. I was in a house with women. And there was this one very large goddess-sized woman. I adored her. But she screeched like a siren. And since she was really kind of large, she wasn't as tall as I was. Everyone was a little bit intimidated and scared of her. Well, I've never been intimidated and scared of anything because I'm too dumb to know to be afraid. So, anyway, one day she began screaming like a siren and running down the hall, bawling her head off, and all the other staff, because there was more than one there, looked at me like, new girl, take care of it. So I was nervous. I didn't know what to do. What do you do? I was new, you know. So I go down the hall and here's this woman and she's sitting on her bed just bawling her eyes out. And I said, sweetie, what's wrong? And she's like, he called me a sock monkey. Just like that. Hey, share your food. What are we fighting about? What are we fighting about? I got an idea. Why don't you all take treats and go away? You, Craboango. You, silly dog. Betsy, I'm down here. There we go. All right. Sorry for the pause. P-A-W-S, pause for the cause. My chair's still broke. All right, I can get balanced back up on it. What the? Oh, Bald, where was I at my story? Oh, sock monkey. So she's bawling. He called me a sock monkey. I was a little shocked by that because the man she was referring to was nonverbal. So I looked at this poor sobbing woman, the sock monkey woman, and I just said the first thing that came to my mind, as is so often my case, which so often gets me in trouble, and I said, oh sweetie, you're not a sock monkey. Sock monkeys are cute, cuddly, and quiet, and that's just not you. And I patted her on the back, and she said, thank you. And she stopped crying. And I went, dang, I'm going to be good at this. So this is my job, and this is what I do. For example, one of my clients was standing next to me one day, and his come to visit, and she was asking questions about him, about how he was doing and stuff, which he does not like, because he generally knows that he's done something wrong. And you know, we were of course not. You know, it's like, yes, he's fine. And he looks at me and he goes, "Do you ever look up when geese fly over?" I said, not with my mouth open. Why? I thought his grin was going to fall to the floor. She'd been really quiet up until that point. His mother hugged me and she said, I love you. That's why you're good at this job. I'm like, hi. I just said the first thing that came to my mind. It made sense to me. You know it's going to snow. I said, well, I couldn't hardly hear the TV because you were yelling at it and flapping your hands. What did they say? He says, it's going to snow on Saturday. I said, well, I think she said there was a chance, excuse me, it was going to snow. He says, no, it's going to snow because on Sunday you have to drive to the airport. And I was just trying to intimidate me, and I said, oh, that's right. He said, that's your new car. You're going to wreck. I said, if I wreck, I have insurance. They'll get me another one. Next. And then he goes, he says, are you going to drive slow? I said, no, I'm going to drive like a bat out of hell. I'm going to put it to the floor and go as fast as a Prius can go. I kept a straight face. And then the one that I'm driving goes, not really, you're kidding, right? Like, yes, I'm going to go slow. Don't you worry, I'm just messing with your friend. You wouldn't think that a person like me who is disheveled and not really pulled together would be able to do this job. Because there's a certain amount of exactingness that has to be done. Things need to be done exactly the same way because our clients, like children, love things done perfectly in the same way every time. I have just enough of a desire to not listen to a behavior that I have learned over the years to get ahead of the wave. One of the things you have to get used to is answering a lot of questions. A lot of questions. You've been drinking, you keep like going silent. It's my camera, don't worry. A lot of questions. So I took to see a Christmas light show. It's at this really neat, like, industrial building, and it has these lights, and you put the radio station on a certain radio, and all the lights dance and flicker and blink and wink to the music. It is so cool. They even have like a rainbow tree that they covered in rainbow colors. Although you can't get a picture of it without having human beings in it, because there's so many moms that have their 3-year-olds propped up in the tree. Don't you know that freaks that little kid out? But my clients, they enjoy it. They really do enjoy it. But one of them doesn't look at the lights. He just likes the music. And the other one is looking at the lights, and he says, "Grandma, what makes those lights flicker? Why are they doing that?" And I said, "Millions of tiny captured fireflies." He says, "How do they get them to do that?" I said, "Years of training. Years of training. And they have to paint their butts different colors. And then teach them all the music." Because you're kidding, right? Yes. Well, you can understand why this is the only job I could ever work. And after all of that, the clients still hug me and they tell me they love me. And, "Are you coming back? When are you coming back?" And I've even had a couple of them with autism who have broke out of their shells for just a moment and went, "You're funny." And they meant it. I'm like, "Thank you, darling." I think a sense of humor is a wonderful thing in some businesses, not so much in a nursing home. Apparently they think there's nothing funny about getting old. I do. I find it quite hilarious most of the time. Like sharks. You get old, you understand that one. Because you think you're going to pass wind, and all of a sudden, surprise! And you get that look on your face. And your cheeks automatically clench up. And you think to yourself, "How can I get off of this chair with the least amount of squishing? I don't want it to go up my crack and out onto my pants." So you try to, get onto the one cheek, not squish it anymore. There's an entire art to doing this and getting up, especially with arthritis. And then you have to get yourself to the bathroom. It's bad enough having to change your panties, but you really don't want to have to change all your clothes and take a shower. I used to laugh at older people when they would do that. I don't laugh anymore. Yeah, I do. I still think they're funny. Not hilarious while it's happening, but later it's like, how come you couldn't tell the difference between air and solid-ish? Well, that's just part of information for being old 298. We don't want to know these things, but there you go. Do not laugh at people with hemorrhoids. That one will come back to get you. Cheers. Keto coffee. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you want to keep up with the insanity. Did I clean today? No, not a bit. I was too tired. I slept all day. Oh, there's always tomorrow, I hope. It'll be Wednesday. Maybe I can get this uploaded before I have to go back. I love y'all. Be good to one another. And don't forget, have a sense of humor. For heaven's sakes, lighten up.